Well, the other thing about this generation seems to be that they're chasing a sort of perfection that doesn't exist.
There's an idealism we were introduced to that is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Because we are following other perfect relationships on social media and on celebrity shows. We are following. Do you know this is a generation that can skip shows to come and binge watch all of it at one night, just to enjoy the. So we are into shows, we are into social media. So we are oriented into perfectionism, and we begin to expect it from relationships, and it's not real. Do you know, Joyce? If we take real photos of our real life, they will not be worth sharing. If we take photos of reality, they will not be exciting. They will not get likes. They will not trend. So what is trending is usually not real. Real things hardly trend. And if they trend, they're trending for wrong reasons. Everything trending has been polished and stage managed and touched up and organized. There's a lot of effort to get that one perfect click. You know? So the reason we struggle with perfectionism is because we have been oriented to it through virtual media. Yet reality is different. And the only answer for this is millennials to understand the two most important things in your life are job satisfaction, to be satisfied in your job. Number two, relationship, love, satisfaction. All those need arduous, slow process of real one-on-one interaction. You need to make yourself comfortable with phone breaks. Stay away from your phone. Don't put your phone between us when you're talking. When you meet in a restaurant, don't put it here. Something is ringing. You go fast, attend. Let me not pick that one. So you're always distracted. You're going to have to detach a little bit from virtual to real life so that you can see how real life looks like. Today, we don't like a lady who does not have the perfect figure, because I'm seeing perfect figures on Instagram. And then I meet a good wife material, a good husband material, but he's not quite like, Alejandro. He's not exactly like who I had in mind. So I'm not quite excited. Your emotions have been oriented to TV, because millennials are screen, we call them screen babies. They actually, New York Times called us me generation. We are so into me, this is what and when we are working, you might have heard of this. I wonder where I'm making an impact. Many millennials come telling me I'm frustrated with my job. It's their entry-level job. It's the first job.
Right.
How are you frustrated? I'm not making any impact. I wonder something I can connect to. I can see a change. How old are you in that job? 3 months. You wanted an impact in 3 months? These are me generation. It takes you 2 years to learn. The apprenticeship alone will take you more than 2 years to learn the nitty-gritties of that job. Yeah. You're supposed to be learning and absorbing. So part of our problem is because we wanted, and remember the instant gratification desire.
Right.
The Instagram, the instant coffee, the instant this, the instant, and the pressing and ordering and waiting for them to come where we are. So that has made us perfectionist. And unless you tune it down as a millennial, you'll be continually frustrated. Na nimeambia some of these millennials, ukichelewa past 37, many of the ladies, actually many of them is actually 27. Ukichelewa past 27, and you're early mature, you happen to be a firstborn, and you're a daughter, you never marry your age. You'll have to marry those returnees, divorcees, and whoever, because you out-matured your generation, all of them, waiting for a perfect guy to come along.
Wait, but why are you linking maturing early to perfection?
Because maturing early also teaches you things that are so ahead of you. You begin to expect them from your age mates, and they're not there. They don't exist. Because firstborns are grown up by adults, and adults are coming from another generation that valued work and ethic and stability. And you're coming from you're among your colleagues who value what? Me, how it makes me feel, whether I'm making a change. Then you begin to expect that from us here. I tell them, better look for a raw material, a soft person, a flexible person, a person you can build, a person you can do things together, a person who's eager to learn. That's the best you can get.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's also talk about why we always seem to, especially when it comes to relationships, it's always sort of in the middle. It's always gray. A while ago we had a show on situationships. Like, I can't even believe that's an actual term to describe a relationship. Even in Facebook, kitambo vile kulikuwa, okay, I don't know if it's still there, but ako ka option for relationship status complicated, right? There's always some sort of gray area. People talk about no strings attached. So the person is just, a sex partner for you. What is all that about?
Fear of commitment, fear of being entangled, fear of having to be involved, fear of the work, fear of having to get your hands dirty, to know that all relationships have rough patches. And the moment it interacts, I'm not sure about this. We are just there. We are watching. We're looking around. We said, let's hang out. Let's remain. Friends, we are not sure where we are. And that's a very dangerous position, because time never stops just because you are undecided. The biggest expense, the biggest thing you're spending, your life is made of time. And if you love life, take care of time. So the reason we hang there, Joyce, is because we are afraid of working out things. Ama, the way out of this quagmire and stalemate is a confrontation, and we don't want it. It's to own up. And we feel bad. We don't want that. We'd rather, big egos, pride, arrogance, you know, and we are waiting to be worshipped, and yet in the relationships you're supposed to be naked, quote unquote, open, vulnerable. You're supposed to show your weaker side so that I can help you, for me to understand you. But that's a difficult thing when you're full of yourself. Yeah, that's part of where we stay in the quagmire.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me ask this question here. Someone says, good morning, Joyce. I'm in a big mess. My boyfriend had a previous marriage and has 2 kids and a crazy baby mama, and I have a son now. How should I handle this?
Okay, you should have asked that question before you got the son. You're already committed in a way.
Okay.
So I want to ask her now to calculate her position and not to enter into a fight. These people had a relationship, and if you come in between, it's this man who is supposed to tell you who you are to him and decide whether you want that or not.
Yeah.
Choacha kuuliza kile utafanya. This man is a leader in this thing. Ndiye amekulete. Muulize yeye.
Okay, Benjamin, unfortunately our time is up, but I do want to thank everyone who's been sending in their questions. Someone here says, dating millennials, they tend to marry when they're getting old, at 35 years plus, and they're always serious with life. Thank you very much for that. That's Iman James watching us from Mombasa, and lots of you appreciating the show. Someone here says, Valerie watching with Anel, Jolo, Vesh, and Angie from Chogoria. You say you love the show. Thank you so much for all the teachings we get from your show. It's so educative and encouraging, and that's why we wake up every day to watch it. Thank you very much for that. Benjamin, thank you for coming onto the show. You know, just talking about dating as a millennial. Hopefully you guys have picked up some pointers from what he's been saying today, and most importantly, to just do that self-assessment, right? Have a meeting with yourself and be very honest with yourself. Are you this person that we've been talking about here? If so, you do have some work to do, and perhaps if they are ready for that work, they can reach out to you.
Social media platforms: YouTube, Benjamin Zulu KE, Benjamin Zulu KE, and also Gmail, Benjamin Zulu KE @gmail.
All right. Well, thank you very much again for your time. And with that said, guys, we need to get to the top of the hour, so we're going to take a break. But when we come back, we still have more in store for you, including personal development and what should be, you know, a workplace response to COVID-19. And later on, we're also going to be touching on Global World Health Day 2020. Stay tuned.